Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to my Twisted Life and TV. I am Poetry. You are here for another recap and review of Black Lightning. This is about episode 11 and 12 since I didn't do episode 11 last week. This is a little bit, out the ordinary. Y'all down here in my kitchen with me because I gotta get a lot of stuff done, and I need to eat dinner. And if I eat dinner and I'm probably gonna fall asleep right afterwards, you probably won't get the recap. So I figure I give it to you now. And this may not even be like a full recap because I'm mixing both of these episodes together. I kind of want to just talk about Black Lightning, the show, period, about the direction that it took for its final season. Yes, if you're not aware, the current season that we're in, season 4, is the final season of Black Lightning. They are going to have a spinoff with Painkiller, but I'm not sure how many of these characters are going to actually be incorporated into that show other than Painkiller. Probably TC, because we see TC working a lot with Khalil. So just these past couple weeks though, I've noticed that, well, I haven't noticed, I've gotten angry about the direction that this show has taken, right? First of all, I'm cooking. Like I said before, I already watched. I got some canned salmon, but I'm going to make her some salmon croquettes. If y'all want to know what I'm doing, I throw a little bit of onion in here. I don't measure nothing. Most people on this channel already know that. Some garlic salt. That's some red pepper, but this is red hot Ripley season. It's the St. Louis thing. Yeah, throw it up in there. Some paprika. Breadcrumbs. Oh shit, my egg. I know this is not what y'all came here for. And cornmeal. I actually have fish fry. And this is from St. Louis too. Andy seasoning. Red fish fry. Yep. Something I'm missing out of that. A little bit of flour. These are all my binding agents, pretty much. Look at my loud ass mama. So basically, what's been going on the show? Y'all know that Tobias had Jefferson, what is the word? Arrested or implicated in money laundering. Lynn had been arrested for civil rights violations. Jennifer was supposed to be dead. I don't know if there was nothing directly about Anissa except for the fact that he sent Ishmael to kill her, and that didn't happen. So basically, the whole family has been under duress. He don't even really know about TC, but TC powers got affected too. They created this little diffuser thing with the emitter from Monta Vista that basically neutralized all of their powers, right? Everybody except for the ones working with Tobias. So he gave all his people some type of watch. I don't even know who created all this stuff for him, but he got this, I think it's created by Monta Vista too. He got this watch in order to block the emitter from neutralizing their powers. One of the things that I disliked about last week's episode is the fact they brought the looker back. She's supposed to be long gone caught, and they explained her returning to the show, saying that during the war somehow she must have escaped, whatever. And for some reason she was working for Tobias. Now, if y'all remember the episodes with Looker, the Looker didn't work for nobody. She was working for herself. Matter of fact, she took people under her control and controlled them. So how she got to work for Tobias was beyond me, because she wasn't somebody that was about money, but he paying her $20,000 a month to lie on Jefferson. Like that ain't even what the Looker's MO was. So that didn't make no sense. That was stupid. And Khalil was gonna go after her, right? So he went after her, And they determined that the officer that had showed up to the house, remember I thought that he was a meta because his eyes glowed? Well, he was under control of Looker. I would have preferred for him to have been a meta. One of the meta that was on the run helping him out. That's what I would have preferred for him. But that ain't what happened. So he was under control of her. And Lynn was able to get some type of gene that had to get some type of gene that she had already, saved from the Looker the first time to help remove her mercury feed from people's bodies. So they was able to slip that into the officer in his coffee drink. Black Lightning called on Shakur in order to get this done, right? So what am I looking for? A plate. So he called on, I forgot where I was at. Somebody was doing something to get something done. Called on Shakur to get this done, right? So he was able to slip Black Lightning into the interrogation room, which was very strange for me since the chief is all over that interrogation room. She a nosy little busybody. How she didn't see Shakur bringing Black Lightning in there is beyond me, or Jefferson, whichever one it was, because he didn't come in like he was disguised or whatever. And now at this point, Shakur has let him know that he is Black Lightning, which of course he got all his feelings. I thought, you couldn't tell me. I don't understand why people be doing that. I'm a doggone superhero and I gotta protect my identity and you getting your feelings because I didn't want to tell you who I was. Get over it. I've been saving your life. So what am I missing? Flour. So once they was able to remove the mercury from the officer, somehow he even realized he was under Looker's control. Most people that was under Looker's control couldn't even remember that, but he remembered that he was under Looker's control, and he had arrested Jefferson for no good doggone reason. So of course his case is gonna be dropped. He gonna let him go. But like I said, in the meantime, Khalil is there going after Looker. Now, Looker is supposed to be one of the baddest metahumans out there, according to Jefferson. We already know that Khalil not. He get his butt whooped by Tobias every time he come on screen. But that's who they send out there to fight her. Now, Looker is whooping Khalil's butt so bad that he had to bring out painkillers. So you got two people now, or two entities, fighting this one woman. She is manhandling y'all all over the place. Of course, he managed to get her down because that's how the show has to be written. Because, Khalil got a spinoff, so he can't be killed because, he had a spinoff. So she was able to handle him. Or he was able to handle her. And get her and not even take her back to the police station so she can confess that she set Jefferson up. Now, Khalil was able to, shoot a little bit of his venom in her, which helped neutralize her mercury stuff. I don't know when the heck his venom started neutralizing anything, but all of a sudden now he can neutralize powers. And I'm thinking, well, if Khalil can neutralize powers the same way that Tobias's Asian chick is neutralizing powers, why y'all don't lose Khalil to help y'all take down the rest of them? That's because Tobias gonna whoop his butt like he always does. He never wins. He never wins. So anywho, in the meantime, what's their name? Lynn. She got sent home on house arrest. Had her little ankle bracelet and everything. Got sent home on house arrest. Jefferson still in his feelings about her ex-boyfriend helping. That storyline didn't go nowhere either. Ugh. They didn't even build no stronger bond of love. What was the point trying to make Jefferson jealous of somebody he ain't even married to? And that's pretty much what the boyfriend said to her, or the ex-boyfriend. You ain't even married to her. Trying to stake claims and stuff, right? And he had to keep remembering that he ain't married to this woman that he ain't been married to in 10 years. It don't make no sense to me. So, I'm trying to mix my little patties up, y'all. So, I said they come up with this plan to try to expose, Tobias, or at least expose the fact that they have not been You know, they have been set up. However, they still have no way to actually pin it on Tobias. Now, Jennifer, you know, she's still in some hurt butt feelings about Uriah. You know, she thought that he set her up because, like, you know, he called her out there to meet, things of that nature. And then the police showed up and, you know, almost killed him. Well, TC found out that he didn't really have nothing to do with it. He was under the mind control as well. Everybody under Looker's mind control, have you? How he got from under her control is beyond me. But anyway, he under mind control as well. So he went out there, and so now she's like, okay, she all smitten by him again. And TC set her up on a date with him so they can go out and have a date and be like a normal couple for a while. And while they out there on this date, Tobias happens to see her, and well, Tobias had already figured out that Jennifer and Lethal Lightning or Lightning was the same person. So he was able to track her to where they were at and sent Red in. Well, Red went in, and of course, he killed Uriah. You know, Jennifer tried to protect him. She couldn't. You know, he's like, oh my God, so you're Lightning, as he's dying. Yeah, she's Lightning. So now somebody else knows besides, you know, I guess that's her bond or her connection, is that somebody else knows. Oh, Uriah knew who I was. He really knew me. No, he didn't. He knew you for like 2 seconds. But anyway, Red Ball, Q Ball, that's who I call Q Ball. He ended up killing Uriah. So now Jennifer, in her feelings, this girl keep losing every little boyfriend that she thinks she had. The one with the long curly hair, didn't she like him too? Khalil, now Uriah. I would have preferred Uriah to have really been on the other side and a setup. I really would have, but no, they tried to make this a genuine connection as well. So of course now that she figured out a way to get her powers back by, I think I talked about this last episode. She electrocuted herself in some water, and then she was able to get up into the ionosphere and, you know, boost back up her powers. Well, they don't last always. They don't last a long time. It's like a good for one fight, and then she gets drained again, the emitter. Come to find out that it's Prometheum all under the city of Freeland. Nobody know where it came from, but Gamby and Tech Bay, they was able to figure that stuff out. You know, she was still pretty heated at him for lying to her, but now, you know, he's like, I can help you find your emitter, so she all on board. Surprisingly, he still ain't told her what all he really doing it for. I'm gonna tell you later. I can't tell you now. I'm gonna tell you later. That type of situation, right? These episodes is just about as boring as this recap that I'm giving y'all. But so Jefferson and them, like I said, was able to, in so many words, save the day. Well, Tobias, he won the mayoral race. He probably killed everybody that had something to do with it or threatened him, because the last person that was up against him ended up backing out the race too, and that's how he won by default. Okay, so when he won, you know, Lopez goes over to him and kind of find out he has the metagenes that they have been stealing. Basically, they've been stealing these metagenes from these pregnant women and their babies, so Tobias could harvest them. And he's now created a serum that allows them to be injected into regular everyday people. Most of the metas were regular everyday people to start with, remember? But and then it gives him control over what gene that they have, and they only keep it for 72 hours. So he gave it to the chief. He said, you know what, you can use this for your own benefit. You know, give it to your team members. That way you have control of who has it. And, you know, she has a history with metas that she like has a deep-seated hate for metas. So she's like, no, I don't want to do this. But he's like, hey, don't you want to be on an even playing field with them? Go after them with the weapons they coming after you with. So she went ahead and took it. And I figure she gonna end up being a meta, or she gonna take it to become a meta. And yeah, I already figured that. One second. And I think it was Lady T. If it wasn't Lady T, it was Hazy that had asked about Ishmael being a meta, because I kept saying why his powers were neutralized. Well, one reason now that I know his powers were neutralized is because of the bracelet. He could have had one of those, and y'all didn't believe that he was a meta, and I was like, no, Ishmael's supposed to be a meta too, because when they hired him in, they looked for an assassin, a meta who was an assassin who was trying to move up in this rank of this little meta organization. If you kill more metas, you'll be able to get in, but they were metas that were killing metas. So that's why, like, Ishmael was supposed to be. He was not just like a strong dude. He is a meta, and his meta powers is fast movement and strength. Well, now Tobias has laced him with invisibility as well. So while Khalil and them out on the road driving back to Freeland, I don't even know where the heck they were supposed to be at, but he's driving back to Freeland with Looker. Of course, Ishmael stops him in the middle of the road, stops the vehicle. Now they got to fight. It's a battle with a martial arts. And Khalil's like, you know what, Painkiller, you handle this, right? So Painkiller and Ishmael is going at it. Ishmael is kind of whooping Painkiller's ass at this point, just a little bit, you know. But I'm thinking, now, Painkiller and Khalil just couldn't whoop Looker's ass real good. Y'all lucked up and got her neutralized. And now you finna send one of y'all up against Ishmael. And he seemed to be a better fighter. Plus, Tobias had sent Ishmael out there to kill Looker as well. And since Tobias did that, now Looker's like, you know what? I'll go ahead and confess. You're right. That's just... But Ishmael, like I said, Tobias and Khalil got into the fight, or Painkiller got into the fight. I don't even think it was really choreographed well. Usually I like the choreography on Khalil's fight scenes, and I didn't on this one. Ishmael was about to chop him up with his sword. His katana, when he's about to hit him up with it, and he caught Khalil in his hand, which made his blood drip down. And Ishmael was like, okay, I got you down. You know, you on your knees, and then I got you. And he's like, he started bragging about the fact you couldn't get your little needles or your little venom shot into me. And Khalil's like, I didn't need to shoot it into you. So his blood was dripping down off the hilt of the little katana, and took Ishmael out. He did, finally. My grease popping. Y'all heard that? It ain't even no water in that skillet. To protect myself. Oh wow. Hold on for a second, y'all. Ain't gonna get me. That's what we not gonna do is burn me up. I already burnt myself the other day. Oh, you can't see it. Anyhow. So Anissa and Grace, they have masterminded this plan to destroy the facility that's holding all the metagenes, that is doing the metagene distractions, you know. And they was able to successfully go in there and set bombs and blow the place up. The last that we saw of them, there was the big explosion and they was being tossed. So we don't know, I don't remember if they got actually hurt or not. I just remember them, the explosion going off, and they, you know, flying in the air, and that was the last we saw of them. Lynn is now working with Lauren, which is, you know, Tech Bay, trying to figure out a way to hone in on, I can't think of her name. Tobias' Asian girl, the neutralizer, the nebulizer, whatever she called. They figured out a way to hone in on her signal, since they can't get the signal of the emitter because Freeland is covered with promethium. So they are working together to do that. And for some reason, Lynn decides that she's going to share that the rest of her family are metas, and this is why they're doing it. You know, because Lauren asked, but She was like, Gamby didn't tell you? No, why would he tell you? He said, it's not my secret to tell. Well, Lynn, why would you tell? Because that ain't your secret to tell either. Jefferson's identity, Jennifer's identity, Anissa's identity, that's their secret to tell. You just shared with her that your whole family has met us. I was annoyed at that. I was annoyed at that too. What am I missing, y'all? I got my salmon croquettes here on the plate, y'all. Ready for my grease to stop popping so I can put them mugs in there. Then I can start the water for my macaroni. I'm gonna make some homemade macaroni. Got my little elbow noodles and stuff. I hope I got cheese. I got cheese. Yeah. I got cheese. Okay, so Anissa. No, Jennifer. Like I said, when she fought Red, she was gonna kill him, but TC, kind of talked her out of it. So she ended up turning him into the police station, dropped him right in front of Chief Lopez. And she was like, I'm gonna kill you. All y'all metals are filth of the earth. Y'all scum. Y'all all should be taken out, wiped out the face of this earth. And Jennifer was live streaming her when she said it. So of course it went viral. And now everybody looking at her crazy. This woman's whole mission is to get metals off the street. Y'all have these things called DEGs and DEG tools that vaporizes metals. And now y'all in y'all feelings because she said she want to wipe them all off the face of the earth. That's been her whole mission. Make it make sense. Well, she felt convicted. She felt really convicted. Now, Shakur, we got her whole backstory with one conversation with Shakur. When she was trying to convince Shakur to go out there and give all the police the metagene, he was like, what? I know your whole family has been killed by the metas, your husband, your brothers, your sister, your cousin, all that stuff like that. And you got vengeance against them. But don't do that to your and your husband went crazy once he got the metagene, and he went onto the wrong side of the, of the fence or what have you. Don't do that to your officers. And she was like, okay, I agree. But now since Jennifer has put a live stream of her saying that she wants to clear out all the metals off the face of the earth, which is what the chick been trying to do since she became in this office, now it's a problem. So she stressed out, she freaked out, and the direction was so bad on this scene that they had to use a strobe or shake effect to make it seem more dramatic. I don't know if she couldn't pull in the intensity that they needed her to pull in for that part to show how angry and upset she was. It didn't look angry and upset. It looked stupid and played out. But okay, now she's so angry and upset, she gonna take the metagene herself. So last that we saw her doing was injecting it into her. So she's gonna really try to go after Jennifer now. Tobias, like I said, he got the mayoral seat. He went before the council. I never realized how old all the council members are. They like about 150 years old. He gets called in front of the council, and he said he did his part. And the council said, well, we said you get the mayor seat, plus you neutralize all the matters in that area, and you still got lightning out there. So because of that one person, we gonna rescind your seat. And Tobias says, oh really, you gonna rescind my seat? So this was before Ishmael got killed. So he all of a sudden Ishmael pops up behind the dude who said that he was gonna rescind the seat, and he kills him. Like I said, he had an invisibility cloak, right? And now all the rest of them are scared. So Tobias like bow down, because you never know if Ishmael gonna pop up on you. He specifically said that this G-force metagene that Ishmael was injected with gave him invisibility. It didn't say it gave him GPS, for him to just automatically pop up in other people's homes like that, just re-vaporize and in other people's homes. How you know where this man was at? You could have got them on your own all along if you always knew where they were located. My grease stop popping. Hold on. clean this fish off my fingers. So now that Tobias has killed one of the council members by having Ishmael pop up out of nowhere with his invisibility cloak, now Tobias is in control of the council. It's just so not entertaining any longer, y'all. It's like I said, it's about as boring as this recap and review is. I can't even give it life. I don't like the new Jennifer. It seems like initially she was trying to carry on the ways of the old Jennifer, but it's something about her. They have like written a little extra irresponsibility into her role. She does a lot of stuff without clear thought. So over Lynn, but Lynn and Lynn and Black, supposedly reconciled. And part of setting Tobias up, they figured out ways to try to neutralize him. They came up with some little thing that they could like tap into his head. And I'm thinking, you got to be really close to Tobias to do that. How is Jefferson going to get that close to Tobias? He going to give him a hug or something? It's supposed to like be able to be concealed in the palm of his hand. So I thought he would have had it in the palm of his hand the entire time he was talking to Tobias. But no, he had it in his pocket. So he said he was going to give him the deed to his daddy property. That's the last piece of property that Tobias needed to take over that little block or what have you, right? They go into the house. They have an argument. He becomes aware, or he tells Jefferson, yeah, I'm the one that killed your daddy. And Jeff said, I know I was underneath the bed. So now Tobias going to kill him. He whooped Jefferson's butt. Jefferson fighting like he just wasn't a cage fighter for 3 doggone episodes. Like, he throwing shots and missing. Tobias even said, you know what, hit me with your best shot. And then he punched him like a little 2-year-old slapping a kitty cat. You know what I'm saying? It just didn't do nothing for my soul, the whole fight with Tobias. I don't understand why Tobias has this much power and influence over anybody. I just don't get it at all. I don't get it at all. And I think somebody else asked like about Tobias being a meta. Tobias has the meta serum that he injects into him. For some reason, it doesn't take in him, but it's a different formulation. The one that Dr. Jace, I think that was her name, had created. So he has to be injected with this continuously in order for him to keep his powers. He should still be able to be neutralized because it was manufactured off of the original meta gene, the same one that Jefferson has and put into his body. The same one. Okay. So yeah, but the fact that he got to keep injecting it is, I forgot what the explanation was about, but he's not like, I guess he's not a meta in the sense that once he takes it he just becomes a full-blown meta. He has to keep injecting himself with it. But they go into this fight, and basically he kills Black Lightning. Okay. Tobias decides to call up Jennifer. I was tripping off the fact that they both have each other stored in their phones. When Jefferson called Tobias, it showed up Tobias well. Why you got him stored in your phone? When Tobias took the call, it was Jefferson Pierce. So why y'all stored in each other's phone? Y'all don't even like each other. First of all, why y'all even got each other's phone numbers? Okay, y'all personal cell phone numbers. Why y'all got each other's phone numbers? So anyway, he called up Jennifer and said, hey, I told you, if you keep repairing, I'm going to kick out everybody that you love. And then he showed a picture of Jefferson, your daddy dead. Jennifer screamed, dropped her bowl of spaghetti, and that's how the episode ended. That was it, y'all. If I missed something that y'all thought was important, put it in the comment section. Okay? Because I probably don't even care no more. We got one more episode. Next week is the season finale. That's it. I'm so disappointed in the way that they broke this season down. I am. Look like my fish cooked fast. Yeah, it cooked fast. Why is it cooking so fast? fish cooking. Why that's in the mug? Hey, my noodles supposed to be boiling by now. That's it, y'all. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. Peace.